Good evening and welcome to another episode of the Coach Vincent Show here at Roosters Men's Grooming off of 1431 in the Tower Center, across from the 1890s Ranch. Coach, now we're in district. District play is, definitely something different. One of the things we always talked about is how the offense really started out strong. Kind of slow this week, but obviously picked up. What was the difference? Nerves, district play, their defense?
I think the biggest thing, Marble Falls came out and gave us some different looks. Up until this point, they had been in a 3-4 system exclusively, and they came out and mixed up some 4 downs, 3 downs, 5 downs. They really mixed it up on us early on in that game, we had a good drive to open up the game. We flipped the field, got the ball down into the red zone, or what we consider the red zone, and we stalled out on a 4th down play. Some of that was the fact that they're really good on 4th down. I told you last week, really good in the goal line, good on 4th down. Part of that is, too, we had some execution errors on our part. I'll tell you, our offense probably learned more from that first quarter of football than they have all year, because they were going against a good defense that gave them some trouble here and there. And then I think once our offensive staff and our kids, you stop for a minute, and if somebody's throwing a bunch of different fronts at you, you go back to your rules, and you do exactly what you've been taught to do since day one, no matter how they line up. And there were some other formations and things that we were able to do in that game to help our kids, and got the ball moving, and were able to finish some drives. In the second quarter and the third quarter, we exploded. I mean, there was they did a really good job of handling the different things that Marble Falls did.
Yeah, exactly, and that's when, going back to the offensive line, they've done a great job, and to have that mixture and then be able to reevaluate and come in and do a great job is fantastic. On defense, again, we're looking strong. Marble Falls is definitely a different look than some of the teams we've seen. How do you feel defense did in their first district game?
I thought we had a lot of energy. I thought we ran to the ball really well. And those are things that we wanted to establish in our non-district play, and those guys continue with that. I think we got a step better this week. With the exception of a long pass, our defense was pretty much on most of the night. One of the things we wanted to do was try to limit their run game and get them in 3rd and long situations. And then be able to put pressure on the quarterback, and was really proud of our guys for executing that game plan. Had an opportunity at some takeaways. We didn't quite capitalize on them. But we also, as a defensive staff, we feel like anytime you can stop somebody on 4th down, that's a takeaway. And we were able to do that several times in that game and give our offense the ball back. So really pleased with the way those guys started out district play this week.
Great. And special forces, now that it's district, that's one of the things that people focus on in district play. How do you feel that they're moving forward? And
moving forward, the biggest thing, one of the things I was most proud of is just the way we fielded kicks. We knew going in that their punter was real good at putting the ball in a lot of different places. Bryce Dahl did a good job of fielding all the kicks he possibly could, and then some that I was nervous about, but he fielded them, and he saved a lot of hidden yardage. We talked to our kids a lot about all the hidden yardage, fielding kicks, being good on special teams, making sure that we protect, all the things that people don't think about. Yards after contact, being able to not let the other team have yards after contact. We had all those up on Saturday, and we hope that we're on the plus end of all the hidden yardage. And a big reason is because of the way we fielded kicks the other night on our punt returns and our kickoff returns. We had some pretty good runs on that. Biggest thing for us is to continue to get better with our kickoff coverage. Our punt coverage was excellent. We had really big kicks on punt, two big punts that flipped the field for us, put our defense back in really good field position.
How about players of the week this week?
Players of the week this week for our varsity football team, our offensive lineman of the week was Trey Widener. I know you're going to highlight some offensive linemen tonight. Really proud of the way those guys have been playing, but Trey was our offensive player of the week, our offensive lineman of the week. Our offensive back of the week was Matt Snow. Receiver was Ryan Landrum and Christian Dominguez. Offensive MVP was Isaiah Valera. Defensive back, Dalton McKay. Defensive lineman, Donovan Asher. Linebacker was R.J. Phillips and Jeremiah Chambers. They split that honor. Defensive MVP was Bo Jackson. I feel like he probably had his best game of the season against Marble Falls. Special Forces Most Valuable Player was split between Jeremiah Chambers and Bryce Dahl because of the punting that Chambers did and the way Dahl fielded kicks. Just saved us so much hidden yardage on special teams. Hammer Award this week was split between Cole Patterson and Brennan Chance. Brennan Chance, another one of our offensive linemen, able to pick up a Hammer Award this week. RBI was Cole Patterson and Ryan Landrum. And then our hard hats this week were Jacob McDonald, Zane Smith, Grayson Lewis, and Aiden Flores for our players from Marble Falls. Also, since we're talking about offensive line play tonight, I've got some younger offensive linemen that were players of the week. For JV football, Connor Higgins was our offensive lineman of the week. Our sophomore football offensive lineman was Kyle Lawrence. Freshman red was Greer Gerasi, and our freshman black was James Parsons. So really proud of our sub-varsity crew still doing really good, competing hard, and really proud of the offensive linemen that we have on every level that are in the trenches and don't get much publicity and just do all the work so these guys can go make some plays.
In regards to Cole Patterson getting the hammers twice a week, 2 times in a row?
He's had a couple of hammers this year, really seeing windows and making fits and making some big hits. This week he was on a pressure on the quarterback. He had a really nice hit on a pressure. So we feel like our whole linebacker core this week, we played 6 to 8 linebackers this week, and we feel like all of them just really excelled and had a good job. And a lot of it's due to what those defensive linemen are doing up front to create lanes for those guys to, just like on offense, you create lanes for running backs. On defense, you're creating, lanes for your linebackers to run through and make plays. So.
Right, and I've seen a big difference this year with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great core of linebackers, and they rotate and they feed off each other. It's been fantastic. And now here we are going into week 2 of district. Eastview Patriots, Georgetown team.
Yes,
great game last year on their homecoming. Very close game. And they played Vandegrift this past weekend. So they're 0-1 in the district. We're 1-0. Everybody knows our district's pretty crazy.
Yes.
Craig Way was on Fox Sports talking about it. Tepper, Greg Tepper, just talking about you can't have a week off. I mean, there's just no week off. How are the guys preparing? How are they on Saturday adjusting from Marble Falls and then starting to focus on Eastview?
Well, one of the things on Saturday, first thing I did was I made sure they enjoyed the win. We put, one of the challenges I gave them, I don't feel like as a team, as a school, I don't feel like we played well on the road at Marble Falls. And I challenged our guys with it, and I'll tell you, for 4 quarters, I feel like our guys were fairly consistent and kept on plugging and did a really good job, on the road again. And so I was proud of them for that. But we also have to flip that switch quick because they have another one coming at them, and that's just the nature of our district. You enjoy it for a day and then you move forward. On the bus ride home, coaches are already watching Eastview film on their iPad. I mean, that's how quick this thing turns around. And so, anyway, looking at Eastview, they've got a really good offensive line up front. Do well with what they do on offense. They're a little bit different team than they were last year offensively. Defensively, I think it starts with the D-line. We're going to face another really good defensive line this week. Challenged our offensive line with those guys again. I'm real impressed with the way they run around on defense. Their defense may be a little bit ahead of their offense right now, but I see the improvements that they've made as a team each and every week. And on special forces, probably one of the better special forces teams that we faced all year because they don't take any plays off. They'll come after you on punts. They're great at returning punts. They're great at returning kicks. I mean, you look on the film and all their guys are giving 100% effort on those units. And so we're going to have to be really good and continue to improve in that area against them. Friday night is Vista Ridge Youth Football Night, so we should have about 140 little Rangers running around hopefully on Friday night, so we're excited about that. We've got 2 two freshman games. Our two freshman games will be at Ranger Stadium on Thursday night, and then we've got a sophomore and JV game over at Eastview on Thursday night.
Great, and with Eastview, like what you were saying, is last year there was a different tempo, different speed, and then as well as being a district game, everybody is going to be playing that much harder. With that, I mean, those little Rangers that are coming out, what do you want them to feel when they're running out of that, just seeing that it's a district game? What kind of atmosphere do you expect to have at Gupton?
I think it's just a chance to, anytime you get kids around, Friday nights are special. And they're special because you've got a lot of high school kids involved in Friday night, whether it's our band, whether it's our Star Steppers, our cheer, our choir. You get to see so many things that are Vista Ridge on a Friday night, and they're all good things. And they're all things that are good for kids. They're all things that push kids academically and push them to make better choices. And so that's what I love about kids being exposed to that. And plus they'll get a glimpse of anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000 people in a stadium and that type of deal too. So I think that's fun for kids.
That's great. Well, again, 7:30 p.m. at Gupton. Come early. At 5:30, we'll have our tailgate. And then at 6 o'clock, of course, the Spirit Walk with the players coming in. All right, here we are with Trey Widener, Offensive Lineman of the Week for Marble Falls. Tell me about the game and what you thought and the atmosphere that you experienced.
They were a really good team. We had a slow start, so we picked up the pace and we just went out there and played ball.
Coach has been talking about defensive lines. Our offensive line this year. It's been fun to watch. You guys are getting off the ball real quick. You're working as a team, unison. It's really fun to watch. What is it that you guys are doing, and how do you prepare against a defensive line that is either speedy or bigger? What are you guys doing each week that just makes you guys work?
Well, we get usually JV players or varsity players if it fits them right. We get scouts that fit the defensive player we're going to go against. So we get the best matches we can each week, and we'll practice against them all week and be prepared for it.
And that's how somebody can get a hard hat within the program, correct?
Yes, they try their absolute best to go their absolute hardest against us, and we appreciate it. It makes us better, makes them better.
What's it feel like to have that Offensive Lineman of the Week against the first district game?
It feels good. We all had a good game, the whole offensive line in total.
Fantastic. Eastview, another district game. You can't take a week off in District 25-5A. What are you doing this week preparing, and what are you looking forward to in that atmosphere being back home in Gupton?
We're just practicing hard, just trying to get as prepared as we can against them, and we're going to go out there and play our hardest.
Great. So every week I ask something different on these guys, let the kids that are out there watching this know something different about routines and stuff like that. On Thursday nights, after you guys watch film and stuff, there's team dinners and stuff like that. Tell us about the routine that you guys do, especially as a lineman, on a team dinner night, and kind of what you guys have fun doing together as a team.
Well, what we do is the O-linemen, we get them as much food as we possibly can on our plate, and we just eat it. It's good food, it's home cooked, and we enjoy it.
Do the DBs get any?
Nah, we eat it all. We eat it all.
Well, good luck on Friday night against Eastview.
Thank you.
And now we have Brennan Eggers, senior.
Yes, sir.
And again, it's amazing the senior group, how the core of the people, even the kids that aren't starting, everybody's just stayed together and played really hard. What is it about the three big guys up front? There's five of you, but there's three of you here tonight. What is it that you guys have that play together, and how did it work against Marble Falls?
Well, we have probably some of the best chemistry you could ever come across. We've known each other for so long.
Yeah, and how did that work out for Marble Falls? Do you guys just constantly talk to each other, or is there hand signal? I probably shouldn't talk about that, but it's just there's that chemistry where you guys have something that just works.
Well, we've played with each other for so long now that we don't even have to communicate if one's going to pick up the other one's job on the field. We just kind of recognize it. Someone can make a call if they have to, and then they go get it done. And it's worked really well for us so far. You
guys seem really faster this year. Do you feel it on the field? Because when I'm in the stands or calling the games, it is just really fast. You guys are controlling the field and just stronger.
Oh yeah, we're all about getting the plays out, getting the line as fast as possible. When we started to slow down, at one point we were getting kind of tired. I was like, come on guys, pick it up. And we all started running the line, trying to get them out as fast as possible.
Eastview at Gupton. I mean, there's nothing like having a home game at Gupton. That spirit walk, what are you looking forward to with this game, and what's the most exciting thing that can happen on a Friday night at Gupton?
What I'm really excited for is this really great D-line matchup we're coming up from. They very strong front. I think I like the challenge. It's good.
So I talked to Trey about food. It sounds like you guys get all the food on Thursday nights, but I mean, is there other routines that you do, and who gets the food first out of the group of you?
Well, it's up to Coach Vincent. He, almighty man, he chooses who's going first to get food. As always, the offensive linemen complain and scream and shout, trying to go first. Even though it really doesn't ever mean anything who's going, we always get the most food. We're getting 3 sandwiches, seconds, anything we can get. We're just devouring.
Getting ready for fueling up for the next day.
Oh yeah.
Well, good luck on Friday against Eastview, and I look forward to watching you on the field.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. And our last person for the evening is Harper Gerasi. So how's it feel so far your senior year? I mean, you've been, varsity 3 years now?
Sure. Feels good. I don't want to say routine, but it's become a habit. And it's weird how the nerves go from going back to sophomore year, how terrified before every game, feeling good and excited for each game, and ready to go out and do better every time.
Well, and I, every senior that I've talked to, and I think I've talked to Trey or Brennan earlier, your senior class, it's been together for so long, and you guys know nothing but how to win. If it's not on the field, it's off the field with grades and community service. Tell me about that.
We're really just a family. Like, we've been playing together since 7th grade, building chemistry together, and this has been like the real biggest senior class I think I've ever seen. And we're all kind of together as a family, and we work as a unit, and I think that really helps a lot.
How's that going to work on Friday night? Gupton, I mean, we usually have really big crowds. Eastview's locals. Now that we're going to have a bigger crowd than we probably did when we had Elgin, etc. What is it that's going to work in this group on Friday night?
Well, we've been working together. The communication's really there, especially with 2 guards that I've been playing together with for a long time. Like, we really feed off each other and help each other where we mess up, and we all work together and make it work.
What about Thursday nights? I mean, obviously you guys get all the food, doesn't matter when. What is there something that the linemen do together though?
Well, we all sit together in a little corner. We sit together. It's like conjoining a few tables, and all the linemen are circled around there. And then we usually go to the sub-varsity game right after together and hang out on the sideline.
That's awesome. And do you guys scare any of the new players when they see all the linemen together with all the food?
We're pretty welcoming group.
Well, great. Well, good luck on Friday night. Again, Friday night, 7:30 p.m. at Gupton Stadium. Be there at 5:30 for our tailgate and at 6 o'clock for the Spirit Line. And go Rangers!